It's an early Christmas present for everybody that watches, consumes, enjoys, and participates in Premier League football. Of course, I want your opinions. I want your score predictions. Leave them in the comments section below and smash the like button right now. And if you haven't turned on bell notifications, why? Get it switched on. The little bell right next to the subscribe button. That way you don't miss any of our content. Now, I'm excited about this game. I do hope that Man United beat West Ham earlier on in the day. Otherwise, it always dampens my mood. I want Man United to win. That will make it better. But if I remove that game and just focus on this individually, what a match we are in store for. Listening to Arsenal and Liverpool fans speak all week on the football terrace, I've some very confident Arsenal fans, Rory predicting a 4-2 win. Little Tom predicting an 8-2 Liverpool win. I don't quite know where that's come from either, but big win. Some draws, a lot of narrow wins for Liverpool. People going with the recent historic results. Last 11 years, Liverpool have not lost this fixture at Anfield. And I get it. I understand it. It makes so much sense. It truly does. Then you have Hussam, who only earlier on today told us Arsenal are better, Arsenal are top of the league, and Arsenal are favourites. Does he believe it? Do you believe that? I want to understand what you think. Now, there is no denying the quality of this Liverpool team. There are holes in it, areas to improve, but you cannot deny the overarching quality. The best goalkeeper in the world, the best centre-back in the world, one of the best right-backs in the world. Some excellent midfield players. They've got Mo Salah in the conversation for Premier League GOATs, the greatest Premier League player in Liverpool's era, without a shadow of a doubt. And then they've got good workers and energy and some danger elsewhere. They're in the title race. They're doing so much better this season than I think people predicted them to. A lot of people didn't even consider them maybe top 4 at the beginning of the campaign or narrowly missing out. I always thought that was crazy. But they are better than I expected, and they're better than I think a lot of Liverpool fans expected them to be. And I think they're going to continue to improve over the next 12 to 18 months. They barely lose this game, and they're going to want to bounce back after what will be perceived by them as a really poor draw against Manchester United. Jurgen Klopp has come out, and I believe rightfully so, and he called the crowd out. He said, you need to make more noise. You need to support us better. We need our 12th man. We need Arsenal intimidated from pillar to post, from their warm-up right until they're leaving the ground at the end of the day. We want them to know they are coming to Anfield. We want them to know who and what we are. But Klopp doesn't believe a win is possible without the fans, that they're noisiest. The atmosphere from a Liverpool perspective at its absolute best. And I agree. Because this Arsenal team are different. Just because they're different doesn't mean they can't lose games. They've lost Newcastle and Villa this year. And they'll lose games in the future. Same as City. It's the best Man City team in their history. They're the best team in the world. They've won 1 game in 6. This weird short-termism, results-based thinking kind of hurt football a little bit recently in terms of fair analysis. But Klopp knows that this Arsenal team is different. They can't be 80% of their best, 90% of their best. They probably can't even be 95% of their best. They have to be 100%. And even then, maybe have to give a little bit more. This Arsenal team gets progressed on the least amount in the league. Midfield wins nearly every single battle. The only element this season that hasn't clicked consistently enough has been putting the ball in the back of the net. But still, they're one of the highest goal scorers. But most football fans watching the game, watching Arsenal play, see it and go, that starts to click. It could be curtains to everybody in this title race. Jurgen Klopp also knows what a win for Arsenal could do from the perspective of galvanizing them. their confidence growing, getting a win away at a ground that they just haven't been successful. You've got to think how long 11 years is. Think how long 11 years are. Children that remember, people that were children the last time it happened could be married with children now. That's how long it's been. It's been a ridiculously long time since Arsenal have done this. Them coming to Liverpool, being the better team, winning, not only could help them this season from a points point of view, galvanize them, make them more confident, make them feel more resilient, stronger away from home, but we could also set them up for the future as well. So Klopp knows this isn't just about beating Arsenal for the title race in this in the vacuum of the 2023-24 campaign. It's about trying to stop Arsenal, trying to stop any team that is looking to become a regular challenger. Because Liverpool have only had to contend with City. And when we say only had to contend with City, City have won that battle easily. The last thing Liverpool want is another top-class team regularly joining that mix. It makes it even harder to win the major trophies, which is what we're all fighting for. So I understand why Klopp is calling the fans. I understand why there's a nervousness. But the question is, I want to ask you this first. Who is going to win and why? What's your rationale? What are your reasons? Why are you breaking things down the way in which you are? Leave us your comments below. I want to understand it. This is going to be a close game. I've seen some really big predictions of 4-2s, 4-1s, 3-0s in all manner of directions, and I think that's very far off the mark. I believe this being a very high-quality game. It may even be a little cagey to begin with, but it will open up, and it will become like a basketball game at some points. But who can progress through the other? That is one key component. Who can break down the other the easiest? And I actually think Arsenal will break the lines of Liverpool more regularly than Liverpool will break theirs. Then you move into the next most important factor. How good is the final ball and finishing touch from both teams? So I think Arsenal may create the opportunities for chances and goals more than Liverpool. And that will be about you watching with your eyes. How often are they in positions where if they pull the through ball off, if the cross is correct, they have a clear, open chance to score goals? I think they'll be in that position more than Liverpool. Liverpool, though, have a better final ball. And I do think, especially if the chance comes to Mo Salah and them being at home, may and could be more clinical. So for Arsenal to win, their front line has to step up. And this may sound like a very obvious thing to say, maybe, to some of you. To others, maybe not so much. I think Arsenal win the midfield battle. I think defensively they can cope for large parts of Liverpool, but Liverpool will create chances. There's nothing Arsenal can do to stop Liverpool from creating 3 or 4 good quality chances in this game. Arsenal, though, are going to have to be clinical. The second most important thing for Arsenal to do after that element is try and keep the crowd as quiet as possible. There's a reason that Klopp has called them out. Don't infuriate them. None of your players start fighting with players. No silly tackles like Kai Havertz did away at Newcastle. Keep your powder dry if you want to win. Predictions. I think Arsenal will prove themselves clear of Liverpool tomorrow night. And I'm going with 2-1 to Arsenal. I think they can do it. That isn't to say Liverpool are a bad team. That isn't to say Liverpool are out of the title race. I don't believe that either. I think they're just clear. I think they are just clear of Liverpool. And it's Jurgen Klopp who's convinced me of that this week. But Arsenal may do everything right. But if they don't take their chances, or enough of their chances, there could be a serious sting in the towel from Anfield, Klopp, and maybe even Mo Salah. Give me your thoughts, give me your feelings in the comment section below. Subscribe to the Terrace. And you know what? We'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye.